Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from the Superdome. Taking it to 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Right there. Heavy.
Now a play fake. Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr turns, hands to Murray. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. To throw, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a give, left side. This is Murray. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because of that last bit of practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Carr. That's caught at the 1. And he is out of bounds here. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Shut that down. 29. Hey, Raider 2. 93. What's up?
Here's Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Carr's going to keep it himself. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Want the play fake. Elway steps away. He finds his man complete. It's Fletcher. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll give up the gun for Murray. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Raider 1, 93.
On play action. Now Carr. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Murray running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Charles Davis, as always. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go. Army. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. White.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He finds Latavius Murray. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to right side with Murray. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On third down, Murray. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They go with Murray again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On third and long, it's Carr. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on that. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Right now.
On their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away. Sound like a 9-9-9 route, 9 meaning go. Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Love now. He has it to to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No score after one on EA Sports.
Let's go. Yellow, line. On the ball.
Dillon now on first and 10. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. They're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got the jackpot there.
Opposite, green.
Again, it's Dillon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this team, has got to be priority one.
Now a dump off here complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Ready?
Love with a give to Dillon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Field, block.
To throw now, here's Love. This will be caught at about the 5. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Love. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes with his footwork.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense is pushed the shutout. Now they kind of need to deliver a little breathing room. Maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you
Okay,
get the
right.
feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
52 blaster. Check right. Ready.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once more with Dillon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Black Ultra. Set.
They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Ready. Break.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain first down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Dobbs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36.
On the way. Ready.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy load come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers, speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, his arm strength, never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there. It's a first down.
Yellow, one.
Run left is Dillon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled. You're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Get down! Get down!
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they are really enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 2 yards on the pickup there. 2nd and 8.